method behind the madness, and I think this is really important. One of the most, now we show this to you every month, but I really want to highlight this month's because we're looking at year-over-year numbers, okay? So we've got a whole year in the book now, and you can take a look at the office's growth in production as an office, and then we're going to compare it to a couple other things here, which I think you're going to find interesting. So if you take a look at our market center, 2013 versus 2014 in closed units, we had an increase of 80% over the course of a year. You talk about growth. That's growing through agent count and by agents selling more. That combination, which is lethal in business market share gain. You put those two things together, you get an amazing 80% increase in production on units, which I love. Closed sales volume, even more astounding, 97% increase year over year for this company, if you can imagine that. Next slide, Jamie. Listings taken, 63.7%, almost 64% increase. Listings taken volume, 75%. Listings sold, 100%. Nothing makes me happier than that. 100% on listings sold. So 99.5% to be exact. Listings sold volume, increase of 122%. That is jumping. That's not just growing agent count. That's not pumping numbers. That's growing production year over year for a company, which is just phenomenal that this group's put together. Next up, contracts written, up 79%. Contracts written volume, up 92%. Next one.
That's it.
That's it, okay, good. So what we have done is we show you this every single year, then we show you a lore report every year, and Jamie has put in some extra work to show you, as a company, our growth versus the rest of Keller Williams Realty International. So this one we haven't shown to you before. So you can see here the percentage of increase compared to the entire company's growth. So, and mind you, that it's a big company. So for a company to increase their sales volume in the world by 17%, that's huge.
If we were a public company,
97.
people would be
really
scrambling
huge.
to buy
Right.
stock.
Yeah. And Keller Williams International increased their closed units by 10%. Okay? Their contracts written went up by 10%. Their written volume went up by 16%. Keller Williams International, 12% increase in listings sold. Listings sold volume, Keller Williams International went up 19%. This is after our big 2013. Okay, where we know NAR's numbers actually decreased slightly. But our company kept pushing. Listings taken up 14%, listings taken volume up 20%. All awesome. I'd like to say that we're a big part of those numbers here in this office because our increase is through the roof. Does that make sense? So you guys can feel very proud that you are part of a company and part of making decisions and part of a leadership effort that actually works in a big, big way. And we're one of the driving forces in this company by the success that we've had compared to a very, very successful company that's pumping across the country right now, which is pretty awesome. What's the next slide? Now this one I think you saw. We put some other graphics up here though as well too. This is us as an office versus the rest of the Kansas City Association of Realtors. And you've seen we do this one pretty regularly for you. But I really want to highlight the difference here is now we can look at all of last year versus all of the year before. And you can see that production in Kansas City for the average agent is very, very level. In some categories, like closed sales volume, it went up a little bit, but the units went down, contracts written went down, contract volume went up a little bit, and that's our median price is going up, which is usually the reason for the volume increase. Listings sold down, volume up. Listings taken down, but volume up. And that's usually price increases, right? That causes that volume to drive a little bit. So they're pretty flat. That's pretty darn flat. Very similar 2014 to 2013. However, our office jumping by about 100% on average in every single category, which is just absolutely phenomenal. So, and I know a large portion of that is we've had a lot of agents join the company, but a large portion of it is all the success stories in the office and why, right? And there's a lot of them. Okay, there's a lot of people in this room that have had huge increases in production. So we were really, what we've been doing, as many of you have known, is throughout the year we have been tracking the people that have been attending training. And this is something that I didn't make up. This is something that Keller Williams International, our regional director John Davis, and our region has been pushing us to do, and we've been doing it. And I really want to show you the results based on last year. Am I talking about the right next slide we have? We do. Okay, good. I want to show you, this is what we call a training tracker here. And this is the T2 form. This is the average growth in gross commission income, or GCI, of agents in this office based on our tracking and attendance sheets that average 2 trainings or more a month. This is 1 and less a month. Same exact scenario with closed volume per month. Over, what does that say? 300,000 in closed volume per month on average. If it's 2+, 1 and less, down to nothing. Now I knew this because I'm often up in front of you training. And I see the people that are in it. And it's not, the people I see are, I'm kind of preaching to the choir because you're all here right now. I see a lot of people that sell a whole lot of real estate coming to real estate training, which is unheard of in other companies. Unheard of. Usually I'd be looking out in another company at a whole bunch of brand new agents only. But that's not the case. I know from personal experience there's a lot more than just knowledge to real estate, right? That's a small part of it. It's staying plugged in, it's starting to do things, starting to do new things and continuing to do them, and hearing success stories, the accountability, the motivation you receive from other people. I know all those factors play. So we as a staff also kind of anticipated miraculous results like that. The people that are in the office, that are plugged in, that come to training, actually continue to increase their production, and they get motivated. And that concept, we just want to prove to you. So if you look at our numbers versus the rest of the Kansas City Association of Realtors, there's a reason why. And that's the reason.
So if you come to an ALC meeting, for instance, and the ALC is talking about how important it is to track numbers, and you go, damn, I suck. I'm not tracking nothing right now. And then you start tracking your numbers, and all of a sudden you make more money next year.
That's exactly right. That's where you pick it up. And sometimes you've heard it 10, 15 times, but you were concentrating on some other part of growth or learning something else.
I made it through 9 years without tracking my numbers.
Right, you made it through. Right. But eventually it clicks.
Yeah.
It's not about knowledge. It's about motivation to finally do this stuff. You've heard the 15th time sometimes. It just keeps coming back around. You keep hearing the success stories. You keep learning what everybody does. So, and a lot of that just by great leadership in the office, you guys that continue to come back and share with others too, which is phenomenal. Really quickly, I want to have Ken Smith come up here. Ken, will you come up here? I want to talk.
No, I don't know.
Ken, and he's not alone, but he's a walking, talking testimonial of someone who was not plugged in that got re-plugged in and had great results for him. So I'm going to let you.
Preaching, my brother. I don't have to sit down, do I? No, I just this is really how I can sell Keller Williams now. I've told so many people when I was with other companies, they didn't ever do anything wrong, but they really, to me, never did anything right either. And so I really never felt comfortable with asking somebody to come to one of those other companies. But since I've come into Keller Williams and have gone from working at home full-time to coming into the office basically full-time, my business has blown up. I mean, we grew 70% last year. 70%. And I credit that. I credit that to everybody that's here. Again, I see all the same people in here, and you give me energy. Brian gives me energy. Jamie and Hannah, y'all. I mean, we all feed off each other, and it's such a caring place to be that if you're not here, you're really missing the key element. And you know, I like doing training. I like attending training. Ron, you're exactly right. My wife looked at me today and said, "Are you tracking any of these numbers?" 10 years later, I'm not. But we will. We're going to start right now. And that was my key takeaway already from today. An ALC meeting, which, you know, a lot of people think, well, I don't want to go to these ALC meetings. You know, they're talking about these different things. You learn stuff every day.
Awesome, Ken. Thank you. Thank you. All right.